Dodgers have a chance to sweep it and finish 8-1 on this trek through the Twin Cities, San Diego, and Sacramento. And they have certainly brung the bats in every stop on this road trip. And the most recent game last night, a massive milestone in Dave Roberts' Hall of Fame career victory, number 1,000. One more time from the booth here in Sacramento, Eric Karros, Stephen Nelson, Kirsten Watson is going to join us in just a moment. But EK, the Dodgers, the best road record and the best road offense, and that has been on display these first 8 games.
Yeah, it really has. So far, we have scored 56 runs on this road trip, 9 in each of the last 2 ball games, and everybody's been contributing. It hasn't just been 1 or 2 guys carrying this offense, and we've been doing it in different ways. The home runs, hitting with runners in scoring position, doing small things as well. I mean, you take a look at the National League West right now. I mean, for those of you that follow me, my egg guy that is always worried about the Padres and everything, you take a look at those standings. Over. And we're in what? We're in July.
Yeah, exactly. It is July 1 after the Dodgers just finished off one of their more successful Junes in franchise history. They want to keep it rolling here today, Kirsten, and it's a planned bullpen game for the second time this season.
It is, and it's coming in at a really good timing considering Justin Robleski last night was excellent. He was able to get through 7 innings of work. He had 11 strikeouts, a career high for him, and he picked up his 10th win on the season, so he was able to set the tone for today. So we know that Jack Dreyer is going to be the opener in this one. Dave Roberts did say that they did make a move, so that's for Charlie Barnes. He's going to be available out of the bullpen this evening, and he is someone who's actually fully built up. In his last outing, he got through 5 2/3 innings of work. He actually pitched here in Sacramento pretty recently, so it does seem like he will be taking down the bulk of this game, but because of what Justin did last night, ultimately the bullpen is in a really good spot, so they have all the protection to set them up for the game tomorrow against the Padres in the series this weekend at home, guys.
All right, Kirsten, let's get ready to crack some eggs. A series finale for the Dodgers. First pitch to Shohei Ohtani on the other side.
Tired of wasting your money on products?
Back from off-season ankle surgery, but boy, has he hit the ground running since his return in 11 games, hitting .395, the OPS over 1,000, 4 extra base hits. He's driven in 8 runs. Adrian, he has been everything the Dodgers could have hoped for and more now that he's back and healthy.
Yeah, 100%. It's great to see him healthy. It's great to see him out there playing multiple positions, giving the team flexibility, and swinging a very, very hot bat from both sides of the plate. It's just amazing to see what he can do, both from the left and right side of the plate, and the defense that he's been playing.
Just a ball player, man. Knows how to play the game, play winning baseball, the son of a coach. Great to have him fully healthy for the first time in Dodger blue, and you're seeing the results.
Had the diving play at third base last night, which was incredible. Tonight, he will be in left field. Shohei Ohtani not pitching for the first time on this Wednesday in a couple of months. He'll be leading off, though, next.
Baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Carl's Jr. The real sourdough star is back at Carl's Jr. Get it for just $5.99 for a limited time. And by your Southern California Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Welcome back on this Wednesday. Series finale for the Dodgers in Sacramento. On Tuesday, a special victory as it was number 1,000 for Dave Roberts, the fastest manager to 1,000 victories in baseball history, and the 4th to do it with this franchise. And after the game, he addressed the team.
All the players that played for me for 11 years, I raise a glass to every single one of you guys, and thank you so much for making me a great coach. And what I always tell our coaches, what makes a great coach or manager? Great players. All right, champagne, here we go. Cheers, guys.
1,606. Both the record and the number of games managed for Dave Roberts, winningest manager ever. And here is his starting lineup presented by your SoCal Helpful Honda dealers. It's Ohtani, Pages, and Freeman the first 3 once again. Max Muncy will clean up at third base. Mookie Betts was scratched before the game. We'll tell you why in a moment. Kyle Tucker is in right field batting 5th. Tommy Edman in left. Alex Freeland, his first start of the series at 2nd. Miguel Rojas draws into short. And Chucky Robinson behind the plate for this bullpen game. On the mound, it is JT Ginn. At one point, was a Dodger draft pick. And here in 2026, he has been the A's best arm.
Yeah, he really has. And similar to Justin Robleski, he started off in the bullpen, had a few appearances out of there, then the need arose for him to get into the rotation, and he has been their best starter the entire year. Take a look at what he throws. A number of pitches. He throws 5, but really likes the hard stuff, the sinker, the cutter, and the four-seamer. That he throws predominantly. The sinker has been his pitch. It'll be interesting because the Dodgers do well against the sinker and have done, you know, they've had success this road trip. They've had success in this ballpark. He throws a lot of pitches out of the zone. The Dodgers don't chase, so something's got to give.
Getting ready for his 19th game, but 16th start, and he enters 7th in the American League in ERA. Well, the Dodger offense, not just in this series, but on the road trip, has been terrific. But in the first 2 games specifically here in Sacramento, 18 runs, 9 in each of the first 2 games, 31 combined hits, and 5 home runs. In the 8 games on this road trip so far, the Dodgers have had 10+ hits in 5 of those games. And here's Ohtani to try and kick things off. Here we go. Ginn's first pitch of the game. Cut on and missed. Fastball beneath the zone. Shohei's got a 6-game hitting streak entering tonight. And he's been on base in 10 straight games. Hitting .296 on the year with 298 home runs in his career, approaching 300. Excellent change on the outside corner from Ginn.
He'll run that change up against the lefties. Also likes to throw his cutter as well. I feel like he's got Shohei set up for that, but man, you better get it way in, because if Shohei touches the ball, that thing will be in the trees.
Pulls it to second. That's the first out of the game for Ginn. Ginn coming off a victory against the Angels last Friday. 6 innings, 3 runs, 8 hits, 5 strikeouts. In his last 10 starts, an ERA about 2.6, 2.58 to be exact. Now Andy Pages. Starting to get it rolling the last 7 games he's played. As strike 1 called against him, and a pitch off the plate. Tom Hanahan, the home plate umpire, Ron Kolpa at first base, Manny Gonzalez at second, and Steve Jashinsky at third. Down the line, fair ball. Pages is going to take extra bases here in the first. His 20th double of the season.
Pages gets a slider. Remember, he got a slider the other night, a 2-0 pitch, hit it out of the ballpark. Sitting on this slider right here as well, down 0-1. Gets himself into scoring position. And he's had a real nice last couple of games, getting on base hits. Starting to fire like he did earlier in the year.
Someone who's been on fire, Freddie Freeman. Ginn out of the stretch. Strike 1 pulled foul. Dodgers are working on a win. It's presented by the Home Depot, and Freddie Freeman has been powering the team to a lot of wins. 4 for 9 in this series, batting .500 the last 7 games, .375 the last 15 games. I mean, this is just the last 7 games. Where do you pitch Freddie Freeman, EK?
Well, let's see. The lowest batting average is .333. So up top and down the middle, I think. That's looks like your best bet. Now, right now, he's seeing the ball. He's staying off pitches. I mean, as a pitcher right now, you're just trying to
to take in the least amount of damage, meaning hold him to a single and it feels like a victory.
Multi-hit games in 6 of his last 7, and he's ahead 3-1. Ball 4. Oh, that's a challenge from Jonah Heim.
The ball, catch the challenge.
ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile in the top of the first inning on a 3-1 pitch.
Sacramento leads the challenge, have 1 remaining.
And not particularly close. You saw Freddie's reaction to Heim's challenge.
So it's not a horrible challenge in that, because now you've got runners on first and second. You've got Muncy up. So I understand the thought process there. I mean, when you miss by that much, you're thinking,
Mookie Betts out today with some wrist soreness, so Max Muncy cleaning up and swinging through a first pitch change. The second start of the series on Monday in the opener. In the battle of the Muncies, Max 2 for 5 with a home run. There's 3 home runs for him in the month of June. But he was still plenty productive, batting .265 on the year. Tries to check his swing, and he does. And a cutter inside, 1-1.
So one of the things we've seen early on is, again, not throwing pitches over the plate. And the Dodgers have been selective. We saw Freddie take a walk, and Max holding up on that pitch there.
Dodgers on first and second, 1 out in the first. Scored first in each of the first 2 games of the series, trying to make it 3 in a row. And there's what you're talking about. JT Ginn, he's not in the zone all that often comparatively. 3rd worst zone percentage in the AL. He's ahead of Muncy 1-2. And he misses inside, way outside the zone. Jack Dreyer will be the first Dodger to throw in this planned bullpen game. He's standing by in the bullpen. Muncy 11 for his last 23 with runners in scoring position. Trying to stay hot. Up and in, full count.
Well, we've seen it. This is just not a good matchup for Ginn. He may be able to navigate, but it just, when you're a guy that relies on chase out of the zone, the last ball club you want to see are the Dodgers.
Oh. Time call, looked like a little bit of a flyover. I don't know if that was planned for this game. Ginn's payoff. Muncy flips it to right. Butler over to his right, makes the catch. Pages tagging from second. He'll have third as the throw is cut off. Now Kyle Tucker with runners on the corners. He was 2 for 4 with a walk in the series opener. 0 for 4 with a walk last night. So the trend continues in 2026. He's produced consecutive multi-hit games just 1 time all year.
Well, you take a look at the road trip, though. He's showing some signs of life. A 300 average, driven in a few runs. Again, it's, you know, he's going to have to take steps. All of a sudden, you're not going to look at that scoreboard and it's going to say 20 home runs and 70 RBIs. But as long as he keeps adding.
Lays off a breaking ball away. Ginn getting ready for his 20th pitch of the top of the first. Paez on third, Freeman on first. Ball 2 to Tucker.
You see that 10 balls and 10 strikes. Against a lot of other teams, it would be different because they'd be offering at those pitches just off the plate.
Change up at the knees, 2-2. Wind starting to whip toward left field, left center. Deuce Wild in the first. Tucker looking to come through. Inside, ball 3. Freddie Freeman steals second. His third stolen base to get into scoring position. The 3-2. Outside, check swing, ball 4. Now to load him up for Tommy Edman.
Dodgers just doing an outstanding job of making Ginn get the ball over the plate. You know, on the first pitch of the at-bats this evening, you know, 4 of the first 5 hitters, he's thrown a first pitch strike. But after that, he's been 7 of 18. And that's the thing. I think he knows that the Dodgers are going to make him throw strikes. So they're going to go up there and see a pitch. Boom. They're going to work ahead, get that first pitch strike, and then they're going to try to expand as far as the A's attacking the Dodgers. Dodgers aren't having any of it. Even if they fall behind 0-1, they're not going to expand.
Tommy Edman last night 4 for 5 with a home run. He drove in 4, scored twice, flashed the leather. His longest home run as a Dodger. Comes up the plate with the bases loaded. Ball 1, tails outside. Matched his career high last night with those 4 hits. 6th time he's done that in his career. No score, top of the first. Bases jammed, 2 out. Swings over the top of a cutter inside. Strike 1.
And the approach against a guy like Ginn, he doesn't have anything that's overpowering. And you can fall behind 0-1. You can even fall behind 0-2. All you're looking for is a pitch you can drive over the plate.
Popped in the air, drifting toward the A's dugout. Heim in front of it, can't make the play. So that gives Edman an extra life.
Yeah, it's a tough play for the catcher right there. You got to hope that the third baseman gets a good jump. He's playing off of the line and shaded more towards short, so not realistic for him to get there.
Edman saying this is as good as he's felt since the beginning of last year. Remember, he had that torrid stretch, 8 home runs through April 22nd. On a 1-2. He takes a slider low. Good pitch, better take. Wow.
It was a ball. It was just off, but as you mentioned, a great take.
The 2-2 to Tommy. Fouled back. Pitch 29 from Ginn in the first. Edman bounces it to the right side, hustling down the line. Ginn covering the bag, and he gets there by a step. The Dodgers leave them loaded in the first as Ginn escapes the jam. Shea Langoliers leads off as the DH. Had caught the first 2 games. Nick Kurtz at first base. Colby Thomas is a back-to-back multi-hit and home run games. Jonah Heim behind the plate. Josh Kuroda-Grauer batting 5th in his 3rd major league game. And it's Lawrence Butler in right. Henry Bolte in center. Jeff McNeil, the veteran second baseman, and then Alika Williams at short. Dodgers turning to Jack Dreyer to open up this bullpen game. His 34th appearance, an ERA of 3.51. 33 1/3 innings. Fastball upstairs. The second planned bullpen game of the year. First one was in the middle of May on the road in Anaheim. Ball and a strike. The Charlie Barnes just recalled and activated today. Wyatt Mills, who struck out the side the last 3 outs last night, he was optioned back. 1-2.
Well, you mentioned it, Mark Kotsay changing his lineup, putting his best 2 hitters 1-2 in Langoliers and Kurtz. See if they can get something going offensively. Get them the most at bats in tonight's ball game. There's Kotz.
Among major league managers, you can make a strong argument that Mark Kotsay is Dave Roberts' closest friend. And for today's game, Doc was walking in from the clubhouse, and Kotz went out into the outfield, greeted him with a big hug. Probably cursed at him for getting 1,000 against him, but swing and a miss. Strike 3. High fastball at 96 from Dreyer.
You know, one thing we saw last night, 15 strikeouts, just a lot of chase out of the zone, and especially up high, and it hadn't changed in the last 24 hours. Langoliers going well out of the zone, and Dreyer recording that first strikeout.
6 more to go to get 7 and get you a free Jumbo Jack tomorrow in Los Angeles after you buy a large drink. Ball 1 just misses to Kurtz. Mentioned Langoliers and Kurtz, the A's 2 best hitters. They're missing numbers 3, 4, and 5 in this series. Be Jacob Wilson, Zach Geloff, Tyler Soderstrom in no particular order.
You mentioned 16 strikeouts over the last 2 games, last night, tonight. 7 of those 16 strikeouts on pitches out of the zone.
Fouled away, 2-2.
Jack's got him set up here now. Use Kurtz's aggressiveness. Now, again, Kurtz, he's one of those 3 true outcome guys: strikeout, walk, or home run. But he's over 30% as far as the strikeout rate. Another one you can go out of the zone and use his aggressiveness against him.
He has 4 strikeouts so far in this series. Add another to the total. He stares at a slider. Back-to-back to start for Dreyer.
Obviously just sitting on something else, and Jack just froze him right there.
Kurtz now 4 for his last 30 with 15 Ks and no extra base hits. Colby Thomas has been the biggest thorn for the Dodgers this week. Takes a ball in the dirt. 2 for 3 on Monday with a homer. 2 for 3 on Tuesday with a homer.
Both times victimizing left-handed pitching.
first 2 A's tonight and the last 4 last night. All down via the K. 1-2. Jack Dreyer strikes out the side in the first.
Here's another one. Let's throw it out of the zone. Let's swing and miss. Let's take one here and just test our eyes, and then let's swing and miss one more time. A's down.
Jack Dreyer, the 3rd Dodger reliever to strike out the side in this series. Strike 1 to Alex Freeland leading off the second. Scoreless in Sacramento to start. Freeland came off the bench on Monday. Replacing Miguel Rojas. Went 0 for 2 with the K. Ball and 2 strikes. Ginn to Freeland. Outside. Strike 3. Whiffed on a cutter. Inside off the plate. First strikeout for Ginn. That brings up Miguel Rojas. Productive series. 3 for 6, 2 extra base hits, including a home run last night. Scored 3 times, driven in 2. He's gone deep twice in the last 11 games.
Okay, he's swinging it for sure. And anytime he gets an opportunity, especially against left-handers, he has just been dynamic.
Was not supposed to start today. Kirsten Watson will tell you why.
Yeah, Steven. So Mookie Betts was originally in the lineup. He was a late scratch as he's dealing with just some right wrist soreness. Dave Roberts shared with me during batting practice that he said it's not something they're too concerned about. They're really just being a little bit more playing it safe at the moment to make sure that he's ready to go this weekend against the Padres, guys.
Thanks, Kirsten. Yeah, the Dodgers in a busy stretch, 13 games in a row. Rojas pokes it the other way. It is going to drop in for the Dodgers' first hit of the inning.
Yeah, Mickey deserves that, right? You know, you played last night. You're thinking you got a day off. Come to the ballpark, maybe take some BP. More important, probably just eat a little bit. Instead, playing short, batting 8. Strap it on, go get ready. Answers the bell. That's karma right there. Baseball has rewarded you.
Puts on the oven mitt at first base. Chucky Robinson squaring around to bunt. Pulls back. It's a little upstairs. Robinson is the lone Dodger to have faced Ginn before today. 1 for 2 against the A's righty. Upstairs again. 2-0. Swing away, Chuck. Squares around. Bunted in the air to third. Second time we've seen that happen in the last week for Robinson. It's out number 2. Rojas unable to get in scoring position, but the inning does continue. Shohei will get to take a shot with the man aboard. Pinpoint with the change. Strike 1.
And he retired Shohei in his last at bat. 4th pitch. He was on a changeup.
Gins 1-1. A strike at the top of the zone. Dodgers loaded the bases in the first against Ginn. Couldn't get anybody home. Ground ball to Kurtz. Fields it cleanly, steps on the bag, and that ends the inning. Rojas is stranded. No score, 1.5 complete. Jack Dreyer with 3 strikeouts in the first inning. 4 away from Jumbo Jacks for you tomorrow in Los Angeles. It's actually 2 consecutive innings the Dodgers have struck out the side. The 9th last night, the 1st tonight. Now they call to the bullpen. It's brought to you by Jacoby and Myers. Welcome back, Charlie Barnes. Recalled earlier today. Wyatt Mills. Pitch the 9th last night was option. First pitch to Jonah Heim in the air, left center field, and this ball is long gone. Ambushes the first pitch from Barnes. And the A's strike first.
The Dodger pitching staff has been able to attack the A's hitters out of the zone up high, and this just wasn't even really, it was at the top level, but it was easily a strike. 90 miles an hour, so not overpowering, and just not the location that Charlie wanted.
444 feet. Barnes bounces back with a strike on the rookie Kuroda Grauer. Ground ball off the glove of Barnes, and now he's going to have to put it in his pocket.
Tried to make a play like Eric Lauer did the other night, behind the back. Ball not hit as hard. That ball the other night, 100 miles an hour. This about 90. You can see Freeland in the picture. Easily would have made that play up the middle. I mean, Charlie had that to do over. He'd let it go.
First time in this series, the A's score first. Now Lawrence Butler. Two pitches inside. A's with a young core. Well, just the core, the entire roster is young. Butler, one of the few who have been locked up on a long-term deal, a 7-year contract through 2031, $65.5 million. Barnes 2-2 to Butler. Hooks outside. It's a ball out of hand. Payoff. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him to chase a slider that wasn't close.
Well, the A's continuing to show a lack of plate discipline. The third strikeout tonight where they have gone out of the zone, helping the Dodger pitchers.
Now it's Bolte. Led off the first 2 games, dropped to the 7th spot. Ground ball underneath the glove of Barnes. There's a double play. With a leadoff home run, the only damage for the A's. 1-0 going to the 3rd.
'26 Konami eBaseball MLB All-Star Ballot is now live. Scan the QR code to vote or visit MLB.com/vote.
Andy Pages, Freddie Freeman, and Max Muncy. 3 of the Dodgers' best chances to start the All-Star game. Due up in this inning. Pages pops it up toward Kurtz. 1 pitch, 1 out for Ginn. But here are the All-Star finals. Again, voting not done. So I know Pages, he led the outfielders in the National League for the longest time, but now he's dropped down and he's not starting currently. So if you're a Dodger fan, your work isn't done if you want Andy Pages to start. Voting ends Thursday. Go to Dodgers.com/vote, MLB.com/vote. Get your votes in. Strike 1 called to Freddie Freeman. The QR code one more time on the left of your screen.
Yeah, you got to get out there and vote for Andy, because if he's not starting,
that's
a crowded spot out there.
And that's what hurt him last year when he had a good candidacy in 2025, and because he was not named a starter, did not get a reserve spot, as every team has to be represented. So again, Dodgers.com/vote. The Dodgers' most recent update, the social team this morning, was that Pages was in 4th position. And the top 3 in this finalist stage will start. And same for Max Muncy. He's competing against Alec Bohm. And the numbers not comparable, but Bohm plays for the Phillies, who are hosting. Freeman gets into a ball and ties it with a bomb to the berm. EK, there's hot, and then there's whatever Freddie Freeman has been for the last month plus.
Yeah, and he's been doing it in so many different ways, whether it's just flipping a ball the other way, whether it's finding a hole, whether it's hitting it onto the berm, as you just mentioned, the trees. That's why I said the other night that I really believe that he is the best hitter, or would be your #1 choice if you needed a guy to face any type of pitcher, any type of situation. He's your guy. I mean, I get it. There may be specific guys that do a specific thing better, but all around, there isn't one.
Muncy bounces it to second. Routine for McNeil. 2 gone. I saw this stat on Freddie Freeman. He's now up to 14 home runs. He has 10 since the 19th of May. But you look at the most consecutive seasons since integration where a hitter has had an OPS plus of at least 130. 100 being league average, so 130 is incredible. Hank Aaron did it 19 consecutive seasons. Ball one low and away to Tucker. Barry Bonds did it 18 straight. Mickey Mantle 17 straight. Harmon Killebrew 14 in a row. Freddie Freeman 14 in a row. So this is steady and consistent excellence.
Well, you know, you talk about all the tools and, you know, the types of ability, whether it's the hitting, the throwing, and, you know, and there's a tool that's not quote unquote mentioned, but it's durability. And that's the other thing that makes what he does so remarkable is he plays every day. He's playing every inning, and he still plays at an elite level. You know, a lot of guys, when you do that, you're going to go through stretches where you're just beat down. I mean, for me, and I get it, I played at a different time, but the fact that this guy posts every single day, and I mean, this guy could barely walk sometimes. And not only does he post, but he posts and then performs at a high level. Tip of the cap.
Full count for Tucker. 2 outs in the third inning, tied at 1. 2 long home runs, 1 on each side. Jonah Heim and then Freddie Freeman. Did they just? I think they're awarding Tucker first base. Mark Kotze is like, wait, what? Why? Tom Hanahan, the home plate umpire. Hey, Hanahan had the count wrong as the home plate umpire. And so.
Well, both of them did.
Well, I mean, shoot, if you're up there and you're Kyle Tucker and the umpire tells you to go to first base, you're going to say no?
I mean, honestly, hitting in this ballpark, I'm probably taking the at-bat.
He's got to get his crew back. Yeah, if it was Tucker, then, you know, you're talking about a probable pitch clock violation. And no indication that's coming. Yeah, so Tucker's thinking, all right, still in there. Okay. Okay, sure.
Don't have to ask me twice.
The payoff. That's ball 4.
And Kyle Tucker has gone 3-2 both times and drawn walks and has laid off pitches that were just out of the zone. Really a nice job by Kyle.
Tommy Edman 0 for 1. Grounded out to first. The bases loaded in the first. The final out of the inning. Ball 2. Mound visit for Ginn, and a word for you from Morongo.
Flamingo Fridays, nighttime pool parties every Friday. Morongo.
6 of the first 14 have reached so far for this Los Angeles Dodger ball club. We've only got 1 run, though. And that was the solo shot by Freddie.
'60th pitch of the game from Ginn. Ball 3. Low, ball 4, back-to-back 2-out walks.
I mean, right now this is just a case of stubbornness on both sides. Right, the Dodgers are going to refuse to expand the zone, and Ginn has refused to throw anything over the heart of the plate. At some point, you know, he's due for a mistake or two. Just 61 pitches already. Be ready to swing right now if I'm Freeland. That's it. I mean, that pitch got a big part of the zone, and you just figured he was going to try to work ahead. You know, now it's going to go nibble, nibble.
Freeland, first and only strikeout so far for Ginn. Tucker on second, Edman on first. Low change, 1-1.
Dodgers ended the first inning, left 3 on, the bases loaded. Last inning, left the runner on.
That's up.
It's the 64 pitches so far. Only 23 from Ginn have been in the zone.
Another 20-pitch inning, second in 3 innings so far. On a 2-1. Misses away. Ball 3 for Freeland.
This is where Alex really has to zone him up. I just don't feel like he's going to give in. He's going to try and nibble an edge here, get Alex to expand.
Ginn's 3-1.
Yeah.
It looked like a half-hearted swing. Strike 2. Runners go. The payoff. Fouled away.
See, that pitch was probably about 2 or 3 inches off the plate. But so difficult to take and leave it up to chance.
Miguel Rojas on deck should Freeland reach. Head start for the runners. No. As Ginn looks them both back to the bag. Tied at 1 in the 3rd. The 3-2. Strike 3. A sinker through the front door. The Dodgers strand 2, but they tie the game with Freddie Freeman's solo homer. You're watching back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA. It's brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Good times. Dodgers have already wrapped up the series in Sacramento, trying to sweep it. Tied in the bottom of the 3rd. Second inning of work for Charlie Barnes. Freddie Freeman just hit a home run out to the fans in the right field berm to even the scoring. Jeff McNeil bounces a ball to Freeland. Shortstop and number 9 hitter Alika Williams launches strike 1. It's acquired in the middle of May. From Pittsburgh to AAA Las Vegas. Now with the big club. A high throw to Freeman, but Freddie stretches back with the foot in time to record out number 2.
It's not a problem for Freddie. We saw him on the road trip earlier make that unbelievable play at first, fielded it, touched first and spun and throw, jumped in the air. Does a nice job of going off the bag and catching the ball and then getting back. Sometimes a lot of the younger, inexperienced first basemen try and hold the bag. That ball ends up down the right field line and everybody's looking at one another.
Langoliers ropes a base hit into left field with 2 out. Dodgers will hold him to a single. This is second hit of the series.
Not a bad pitch down in the zone. And Langoliers having a nice season, all-star season. Has been struggling as of late, but one of the best hitting catchers in the game.
Now the big slugger, the big Amish. Nick Kurtz jumps on the first pitch, wraps it to right. Back-to-back singles from the top of the order.
Okay, you don't want to get in front of that one. 106 miles an hour off the bat. And this one, again, it's that high pitch, and you know the A's have just been consistently going after that pitch right there. 89 miles an hour. Four-seamer. Get to that even if it's up out of the zone.
After getting the first 2 out, last 2 have reached. Now Colby Thomas. First pitch, ground ball left side. Muncy has it in the glove, gets it over to second.
Do it, Munch.
I was waiting for it.
Fans can bid right now on incredible memorabilia and exclusive Dodgers experiences, all while supporting programs that help young people thrive both on and off the field. Scan the code or visit Dodgers.com/auction.
Miguel Rojas kicking off the 4th inning. Dodgers and A's even at 1. Rojas singled in his first plate appearance. He's now 11 for his last 26. It's a .423 average. The season number up to 285. Drilled straight away center, going back. Bolte over his head. He reaches out and hauls it in. A last-ditch effort from the center fielder to Rob Rojas.
Ball came off the bat at 103 and just continued to carry and carry. Bolte out in center, though, is a great athlete. Fastest guy on the field on either side of the ball here. Ran that thing down.
Strike 1 on Chucky Robinson. The Dodgers have forced Ginn to throw 72 pitches, just 3 1/3. Mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Ginn at one time was the Dodgers' first-round pick. LA took him 30th overall in 2018. Or they offered more than $2 million, but he chose to stay committed to play college ball at Mississippi State. So as compensation, the Dodgers got the 31st pick in the next draft, and with that they took Michael Bush. 1-2 against Robinson. At the time, Ginn was the 5th first-round selection in the era of the bonus pool, which goes back to 2012, to choose going to college over joining the pro ranks. Robinson pokes one to right field. Butler drifting back in front of the track has out number 2. Ginn was then drafted in the 2nd round in 2020 by the Mets. Came to the A's in a trade for veteran starter Chris Bassett in March of 2022. Now facing Shohei Ohtani for the 3rd time. Dodger star is 0 for 2. Ginn's 1-0. Bouncing ball right side, dribbling down the line. Ginn picks and fires to first. In time to get Otani by a half step. So the Dodgers go down in order. Bolte with a great play. Still 1-1. 1-1. Here's how he got there. Jonah Heim, the 5th longest home run in this ballpark this year, 444. Gave the A's the first lead, and then Freddie Freeman quickly tied it with his 14th of the year, and only went 431. And it's Heim leading off the 4th. The 3rd inning of work for Charlie Barnes.
How about working on, like you said, a 3rd inning at pitch count at 20?
Needed just 8 pitches in the last inning, and he faced 5 hitters. And JT again followed up with a 9-pitch frame of his own. Two and 2. Upstairs, and that'll run things full. Veggie pitch with a leadoff walk.
Yeah, I mean it was a strike. It caught the K zone. Chucky just not sure of it.
They're setting up away. He has to flip the glove back over. I'm sure that probably factored in. So runner aboard for Kuroda Grauer. Ball 1 to him. He was called up for his big league debut on Monday night. Made it a special one. 3 hits, including a double and a ribby. Scored a run. Was 0 for 3 last night. 1 for 1 today. An infield single off of Barnes' glove on the mound.
Yeah, 0 for 3 last night. He was playing second base, and he turned 2 pop-ups into highlight plays. I mean, he was running all over the place. He ended up making acrobatic catches, but they looked to be routine when they came off the bat.
Serves one to right field, and that's going to get all the way to the wall. Stop sign for Heim at 3rd. That's another double for Kuroda Grauer.
Really nice job by Kyle Tucker down in the corner. Gets to that ball and plays it well off the wall. And remember, this field, these guys haven't played here. Or maybe if they did, it was in the minor leagues way back when. So they're not sure how is the ball going to come off the wall. How's it going to react in the corner? And like I said, really a nice job by Kyle getting that ball in quickly.
So trouble brewing against Barnes. 2nd and 3rd, no outs in the 4th. Ball 1 to Butler. Barnes got him to strike out swinging on what would have been ball 4 when he first faced him in the 2nd. Bouncing ball. Rojas charging. Thought about coming home. Instead takes the out at first. Now with Heim, the runner at 3rd base, going on contact, might have had a play.
I mean, look, you're not going to question Miggy's decision. He's playing back, and yes, it's going to have to be a great play. And can he do it? Of course. We saw him do it in the World Series on a much more difficult play. But what you don't want to do is not get the out and then create the possibility of a huge inning.
Especially early on. So 2-1 A's back on top in the 4th.
But it goes, you know, we said this earlier on this road trip. You know, Oral had told me as an infielder, don't try to make the great play early, just get the outs. And that's a great example. If Oral was pitching right now, he'd be, yes, way to get the out, because he didn't want to be in the position of having to possibly give up a big multi-run inning.
Dodger infield is in. Kuroda Grauer on 3rd. 1 out in the inning. 2 balls and a strike on Bolte. Grounded into a double play. His first plate appearance. Saw him make a big catch to take away extra bases from Rojas in the top of this inning. The 3-1. Strike 2. Lined into center field, a base hit for Bolte. That doubles the A's lead, now 3-1.
Not hit all that hard, but able to get it up the middle. Infield playing in. 93 miles an hour, not bad, but not scalded.
So the infield back at normal depth. Double play potentially in order. 1 on, 1 out. Sinker downstairs to start McNeil. Long-time Met, part of the pretty surprising off-season watershed off-season in Queens. David Stearns is a longtime president of baseball operations with the Brewers. Now in New York. Got rid of a lot of their veterans. Pete Alonso, Brandon Nimmo, Jeff McNeil, Edwin Diaz.
You know, talking about how Orel would have liked me to play this inning, and you know, Miggy Road did exactly as Orel would have liked. In his career, Orel only walked 203 leadoff hitters. No, really. I mean, he started only 203, and you go back to that great season he had in '88.
That drops in foul ground, strike 2.
He only walked 10 to lead off an inning in '88. I got to find out what he did in '89, because that year, I mean, he doesn't get the accolades, but '89 may have been even better than '88.
I mean, Bulldog for a good stretch was the best pitcher alive.
Yeah, for 2 years, like, you know, he will always get my tip of the cap as far as that guy was the greatest pitcher in the universe. That's the reality of it. I know sometimes when you see those car commercials, that's hard to believe, but that's true. It's true. Trust me, folks, it's true.
Ground ball to second. Freeland throws to Rojas, and they're only going to get 1. And good footwork from Rojas to tap second base.
Good job by Miggy just to make the catch and hold the bag. Man, for a day off, he's got a lot going on, right?
Yeah, he's getting a workout there. 3-1 A's. 2 outs in the 4th. Strike 1 fouled away by Williams. Williams has hits in 5 of his last 6. Getting some extended run with the injuries in the A's infield. One and 2. That's 3. Gets him to swing over the top of a slider. Second strikeout for Barnes after his 3rd inning. The A's scored 2 to take the lead. Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy. Dodgers facing their largest deficit since their 7-1 loss on Friday in San Diego. It is 3-1 A's. Still a ton of ball game left in Sacramento. Pages, Freeman, and Muncy due up. Another ball for JT Ginn. 78 pitches, just 40 strikes. But only 1 run across. Dodgers left the bases loaded in the 1st, stranded 1 in the 2nd, left 2 on in the 3rd, and down in order in the 4th. Pages goes fishing. Strike 2. We've seen that a lot from Ginn tonight. He's gone to the changeup a ton. Seems like he's on track to have a new high in changeups thrown in a single outing. Strike 3. Performance Spotlight is on Freddie Freeman. It's sponsored by your Southern California Nissan dealers. Last 39 games, Freddie with an OPS of 1072, 10 homers, 27 driven in, including 1 earlier tonight in his solo blast. Two and 0 for Freddie. Home run, walk, and stole second his first time up. There's a strike for Ginn. The 26th changeup we've seen. His career high is 29. Goes chasing a breaking ball low, 2-2.
See that usage of sinker and changeup a lot more often than normal because he usually just rides with the hard stuff. Really incorporating that off speed, I should say off speed, that changeup. I mean, you know who's been getting a steady diet of that changeup has been Shohei. He hasn't been able to solve it at all. 0 for 10 combined the Dodgers are on the sinker and changeup.
Ground ball off of Ginn's glove. He recovers just fine for out number 2. Now Max Muncy 0 for 2 so far. Out in front of that, strike 1, heads up in the seats. Scary souvenir. Pitch number 90 from Ginn. Muncy flies it left to center off the end of the bat. Tracked down by Bolte. And another 1-2-3 inning for Ginn. Was erratic the first 3, but he settled down the last 2.
Purchase a special ticket pack and get your exclusive Dodgers Hawaiian shirt presented by King's Hawaiian on July 7th. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions for more information.
Charlie Barnes still out there for the Dodgers in this bullpen game. 3 innings of work already, giving up the 3 A's runs. And Langoliers has added another. Second solo home run of the evening for the A's, and it's now 4-1.
It's ball down out of the zone, but Langoliers goes and gets it. Drops the barrel on that thing, and it just flies. That's where this park gets you right there. Not sure that that flies out of a lot of fields.
Also, just speaking honestly and objectively, Charlie Barnes has a particular mission today. The Dodgers shuffled their rotation. Kurtz lines a base hit. The Dodgers have done a good job of keeping Langoliers and Kurtz relatively cold in this series, but each of them have 2 hits in the last 2 plate appearances. It was originally supposed to be Shohei Ohtani starting tonight. The Dodgers pushing him back to Friday against the Padres. So forced to throw this bullpen game, and it's not going as well as the one on May 15th did, when 8 Dodger relievers combined for a shutout. There's another hit into the left center field gap. This one's going to get all the way to the wall for Thomas. Kurtz is being waved home. No relay home. 5-1.
This ball came out at 99 miles an hour, and Colby Thomas continues his hot hitting against the Dodgers in this series. Get another low pitch, but able to extend his arms, and he does a nice job of getting to the ball. And he gets it in pretty quickly, and Miggy Rowe, he's ready to make that turn and throw home, but he doesn't get a clean handle on it. Decides to just eat it there.
So the deficit swells to 4. Still no outs in the 5th. Let's go down to the Dodger dugout. Kirsten Watson has some information.
Thanks, Stephen. Well, yesterday when we were talking to Dave Roberts about the decision to move Shohei Ohtani to now start on Friday, he shared that they were more overlooking at the schedule right now. The Dodgers are in the middle of 13 straight, and they're still finding ways to manage Shohei as he is back to those 2-way full abilities. We know earlier this year we saw this, and whether it was days off, the plate, when he was pitching, and of the sorts. So Dave said right now this is truly more about the schedule. There were questions about the knee inflammation that he is technically still dealing with. He's not 100% just yet, but they said that part is not too much of a concern. That neither is the blister that he was dealing with on his right hand. So right now the focus more is just on the schedule and continuing to manage him. So we will have, including the one on Friday, 2 more starts until before the All-Star break, guys.
All right, Kirsten. Yeah, 13 games in 13 days. The Dodgers want to keep Shohei as fresh as possible.
I mean, you look at the Dodgers came into town, and they started 3 lefties: Eric Lauer, Justin Robleski, and Jack Dreyer, and they had a plan, and that's what they went with.
Already won the series. The Padres got swept in Wrigley. San Diego's lost 5 in a row, so the lead in the division as we sit here right now is 12.5 against Arizona, still in action.
Are we going to continue to talk about the division the rest of this year?
EK, tell me that's not relevant to the conversation you're having about shuffling guys and keeping them fresh. Base hit to left field, and that's going to score Thomas to add another A's run.
Well, I'll be honest, it has nothing to do with the division. It has everything to do with the postseason because the division is everybody's playing for one of those 6 spots. You know, and the Padres right now, the way they're playing and you know, the reality, the way they look, I mean, it's going to be challenging for them to get one of those 6 spots. They're going to have to do something markedly different or make a huge splash at the deadline.
First 4 have reached, 3 of them have scored to begin this 5th inning. Go to Grauer. Pops out.
You know, one of the things too tonight, again, him throwing, much like Robleski last night, gets as much run support as anybody. And you know, the A's are doing it again. Put 6 runs on the board, and he's averaging just over 6 runs per game.
Already north of 50 pitches for Barnes. 54 is a strike to Lawrence Butler. Butler gave the A's a 2-1 lead with an RBI ground out in the 4th inning. Strike 2.
See Barnes up to 56 pitches. He was a stretch where he was, what, 18 in the first 2 innings going into that 3rd inning of work.
Sharply hit to second. Freeland bobbles, and the Dodgers can only get 1.
Ball came off the bat hot, and Alex got his feet a little crossed up. It almost looked like the ball came back on him a little bit. 98 miles an hour. You take a look, watch him get his feet. Whoop. Not sure if the ball, I mean, the way it came off, because he fielded it off his right hip.
He was grounded to the right side, and he was kind of moving over to his left to greet it there, and then it spun the other way. There has been a lot of conversation in this series about the playing surface here in Sacramento, both the infield and the outfield. Perhaps that played a role, but the inning does continue.
Wouldn't you say this was turf, right?
It used to be
turf, right?
Yeah. Oh, look out, Charlie. Off of Barnes' gloves. Second time it's happened tonight. Shot right back to him, gets the glove, and allows an A to reach.
Yeah, this ball not hit all that hard. It just, the depth perception was messed up, and he wasn't able to react appropriately there. Only came off the bat at 77 miles an hour. But again, with the swing and being so close.
Yeah, to button up the point, and this was just a minor league park, there was a different surface here when the A's made the decision to leave the Coliseum, which had turned into one of the best fields in the big leagues after the Raiders left, excuse me. And so they come here to Sacramento and have to redo everything, make it fit for a big league ball game. That included the playing surface, and they say the outfield especially here is uneven. So if the Dodgers plan going into these 3 games, if there was a ball hit to the outfield, they're going to be thinking 2 out of the box. 2 on, 2 out in the 5th. The Dodgers trailing 6-1. Back-to-back crooked numbers up there for the A's offense. 2 in the 4th to take the lead. They've added 3 so far in the 5th. Fly to shallow center. Carrying back there, Pages. A's sent 8 to the plate, scored 3 and lead by 5. Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor, serving up handcrafted pizza, crispy fried chicken, and famous Mojo potatoes since 1954. Dodgers trailing 6-1 as we enter the 6th inning with Kyle Tucker, Tommy Edman, and Alex Freeland. JT Ginn had 68 pitches through 3 innings, but then 9 in the 4th and 13 in the 5th. So he's able to fight his way into the 6th. Mentioned the other night, he's been the A's best arm this year. Had a heartbreaking no-hit bid broken up against him in Anaheim.
Yeah, wasn't that he not only did he lose the no-hitter, but then he lost it. Yeah, loses the shutout and then the game.
And then an L on his record. Yeah. A no-hitter through 8 full innings. L. The 3-0 to Tucker. Takes strike 1. Full count. In case you missed it, here is what happened. May 18th. All right, 8 no-hit innings, 10 strikeouts. Then this was Adam Frazier leading off the 9th. Next batter, Zach Neto, walk-off bomb.
I mean, that happened so quick, right? I mean,
and typically, EK, if a guy loses a no-hitter, there's somebody in the pen ready to go. But it was a 1-0 game he had been dealing. Leadoff walk for Tucker. The Dodgers need a base runner. Tucker has walked 3 times tonight.
First time the Dodgers have had a leadoff hitter reach base.
Ball 1 to Tommy Edman. He has also walked tonight. 4 free passes issued by Ginn. Justin Sterner preparing to pitch for a 2nd time in this series. So that was a tough loss for Ginn. He has done his fair share of winning too. He has 6 victories. More wins this year than he had the last 2 seasons combined when he was pitching as a hybrid starter and bulk guy. Strike 2 on Edman. Pitch 100 from Ginn. Spoiled by Edman. Strike 3. Pinpoint fastball on the inside edge.
That changeup has been so effective tonight. That's one of the few, though, that has stayed in the zone. It usually starts as a strike, then falls out of it. This one holds its line.
Stays in there to face Freeland. He struck out twice already tonight. Entering this game, Freeland is reaching 5 of 7 games on this road trip. For some feel good before headed home. Bounces back a change, and that is the pitch that has given the Dodgers fits all game, EK.
Yeah, 0 for 7 on that pitch tonight. And it's been working. He's been able to land it in the zone. He's been able to start it in the zone and fall out of it, get the Dodgers to be aggressive and go after it.
Throwing 32 of those things tonight, a new career high. You see it a lot, right? Especially facing the Dodgers, but really, I guess you could say it for many matchups around baseball. But all right, what's the scouting report? I'm gonna go at things a little differently tonight. This will be 2. A double play to end the inning. Tucker's leadoff walk wasted. In the middle of the 6th, the Dodgers trail 6-1.
The first 40,000 fans on July 4th will take home a commemorative 250th coin presented by Budweiser. Stay after the game for a fireworks show. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions for more information.
Still Charlie Barnes working for the Dodgers on the mound. Moments ago, Freddie Freeman removed from the game. And because the clubhouses are in the outfield, again, this is a minor league park. It's had a spring training feel all week, and so Freddie had to jog across the outfield. Dalton Rushing now playing at first base. Dodgers down 6-1. They've already clinched the series. And clinched a really strong road trip. 7-1 so far.
Dodgers still have 3 more at bats, and the offense that we've been seeing this entire trip has been nothing short of exceptional. Again, in this ballpark, being down 5 runs, I mean, that can happen as quick as you can blink.
Leadoff walk. Barnes approaching 70 pitches. His season high 91 against Sacramento in the minors. And in his career at this level, 109. That was back in 2021. Swinging bunt off the bat of Langoliers. Barnes throws to Rushing. 1 away.
Nice play by Barnes, jumping off that mound and then being calm enough to field that ball with a glove and wield and make a good throw to Rush.
Strike 1 bounced into the Dodger dugout by Nick Kurtz. On a line to center. Slices to Pages. 2 gone. Been a really strong series for this guy, Colby Thomas. More hits and ribbies in this series than his previous 18 games combined.
Yeah, he's been swinging the bat well at previous 2 games, 2 hits apiece with a home run in each of them.
Popped him up. And that'll do it for the 6th. A 0 for Barnes, working around a leadoff walk. Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Get fired up, the Hot Ones Munchie Meal. Night complete for JT Ginn, former 30th overall pick of the Dodgers back in 2018. The quality start, 6 innings. Wasn't necessarily pretty all the time, but it's only 3 hits and 1 run. He walked 5, struck out 4. A lone blemish of Freddie Freeman's solo home run. 104 pitches, only 56 strikes. And now it's the right-hander Luis Medina. Skied off the bat of Rojas into right.
Yeah, you go back to Ginn, and he did. He threw a good ball game. He stayed away from the big innings. I mean, he had some traffic, but he was able to make pitches. Yeah, first inning, the Dodgers left the bases loaded. But again, he just nibbled. He never gave in, never left anything out over the plate. True to fashion as well, the A's offense showed up for him, as they have all year. 6 runs on the board.
Yeah, if the Dodgers were able to scratch a run or 2 across in the 1st or even in the 3rd, might have been a different story tonight. Ground ball, foul of 3rd, 0-2 for Chucky Robinson.
Medina, a pretty live arm, 97, 98 mile an hour. He's throwing those 2 fastballs, right? He's got the sinker and the fastball. It's kind of typical nowadays where guys throw both the 4-seamer and the sinker. That wasn't always fashionable.
First appearance of the series for Medina, who misses with 100. Ball and 2 strikes. I wasn't listening. Does he have Tone Loc as his warm-up song? Because if he did, that would be elite.
I didn't hear him when he came in. I was listening to you.
Which is a mistake.
That was.
Ground ball to 3rd. Snow cone by Kuroda Grauer, but he still makes the play for out number 2. For the youths listening and watching, there's a song from Tone Loc, Funky Cold Medina. Anyway, here's Shohei. Looking around the seats here at Sutter Health Park. Phones in position. Doesn't matter if it's what the score is. You want to be ready for the next display from Shohei. He's 0 for 3 tonight. 6-game hitting streak, 10-game on base streak on the line. Waves at a changeup, strike 2.
And that's what they've attacked him with all evening. Again, gave him a steady diet of changeups and stayed away from the barrel of Ohtani, and saw Medina just drop one there. Doubled up, right? Doubled up with a changeup. mean, I just cannot throw anything hard to Shohei right here.
Up 6-1, 2 outs, nobody on. Got triple digits.
Yeah, but that'll end up in the trees. Nope.
He challenged him with a sinker, and he gets a strikeout. Dodgers down in order in the 7th. Time to stretch. Brought to you by Sit and Sleep, SoCal's most trusted mattress store.
The first 40,000 fans on July 6th will take home an exclusive Freddie Freeman 18th inning walk-off bobblehead presented by 76. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions for more information.
Jonah Heim grounds the first pitch of the 7th to short. 1 pitch, 1 out. For Charlie Barnes.
Hey, you know how we were talking last night about Robo and the
Shark?
The nickname that Pedro
Correct.
Martinez had dropped on him, the Shark?
Yeah, I told you to text Petey.
So I did, and he got back to me, and he said this is why he calls him the Shark. It's because he becomes so aggressive attacking the strike zone, like a hungry shark when he smells blood. Then he's got the smiley emojis and the shark emojis and everything. I'm like, all right, gotcha. You know, I texted because I didn't know, where he came up with that or how.
Yes.
And so as we look at the Shark right there, that's why. Just so aggressive attacking the strike zone, like a hungry shark when he smells blood. So there you go.
And now the
one Dodger anointing another Dodger.
That's
Remember
true.
Pedro was here.
Sick trade.
And he was something.
Did Petey cap off your text exchange with a trademark? Yeah. That's his thing, and a double point.
No, he went blessing GK. I mean, he's older, more mature.
He's mature now. Okay. I don't believe that. He is
the blessing. GK,
no, I don't believe it.
I don't believe it. There we go. See, there's that
Yes.
Shark sign. Yeah.
And it's honestly, then we saw him pacing with 2 outs. Off the glove of Barnes. Rojas makes the play. It's a 1-2-3 7th. Still 6-1. The Dodgers trail a 6-pitch inning for Barnes. Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com. Discover movement that inspires. Dodgers down to their last 6 outs in Sacramento, trailing by 5. To go back to the Shark thing with Robo as we get ready to go home, I would bet that Dieter Rule is got the Jaws theme queued up for Robo's next outing. Ow.
I like it.
Wait,
and he'll throw a twist in there too, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
right into Let's Go Dodgers somehow.
Right.
Yeah. The way he stalks in the dugout, getting ready for his next inning of work. It's perfect. I mean, right now he doesn't look very Shark-like because there is that classic split personality, start day, non-start day. See, that's a friendly Shark.
Right? The fish.
Fish off Reds, not food. Strike 1 or strike 3, out 1.
$11 strikeouts. Did it with that fastball, was out of the zone. Just kept attacking those A's hitters. And the fact that he pitched so well and he did it in this ballpark. Again, not a great place to pitch.
Unless you were in the PCL, then it's the
right,
best
right,
place
right. Comparatively, yes, correct.
First plate appearance for Dalton Rushing. This is Freddie Freeman's spot of the order. Freddie produced the only offense for the Dodgers so far. Solo home run in the third that tied the game at 1. Dalton came off the bench for the bottom of the 6th. So coming off the bench late, this might be his only plate appearance. He's got some streaks here. Hits and ribbies in 3 consecutive games. Two and 2. Stays alive. This is the 52nd game for Dalton Rushing. He played in 53 last year. Strikes out, back-to-back Ks, and 3 in a row for Medina. Muncy to the left center field gap. No one's going to get it. One hops off the warning track. Muncy's first hit of the game, a 2-out double in the 8th.
Nice job by Max going with that pitch. Drives it to left center. Just stays right through that ball. Good feel right there, huh? Hadn't had a hit. Take something into tomorrow's ball game against San Diego.
Kyle Tucker doesn't have a hit tonight, but he has walked 3 times. Now up to 45 walks this year.
Get a hold of one right here and make this a ball game.
Why not? Ball 1 away.
That hit by Max was the Dodgers' first base hit since Freddie's home run in the 3rd. They'd gone 0 for 15 in that stretch. A couple of walks, 3 walks actually.
In a minute.
We'll turn one around here. I don't know about 4 walks. I'm not looking for 4 walks this evening. Are we? I mean, maybe. I guess if Tommy.
No, he's now got 5 walks in 3 games. I think he would much rather take a hit in Sacramento.
Well, I'm getting greedy. I don't want just a hit, right?
Exactly. No, I'm with you.
I need that. What was it? What did you say? Ball to the berm?
Bomb to the berm.
Bomb to the berm.
Suck for liberation. Got to tap the helmet.
See, I like that. That's a good time.
Yeah.
Pitch called the strike. Batter challenge.
Let's see what we got here.
Not fooling Kyle Tucker, Tom Hanahan.
No.
Pitch the ball. Los Angeles will take the challenge on 2 minutes.
Three balls, no strikes. 2 outs in the 8th. Muncy on second. Oh, he took one. Fastball. Bottom of the zone, inner half. Strike 1. Ball 4. New career high for Kyle Tucker. His 4th walk.
Cott's not messing around right here. He's going to make that move. Got a ball game right here.
2 on, 2 out for Tommy Tanks. We'll be back in a moment. The lefty Hogan Harris, 42nd appearance, a 3.58 ERA, but he has struggled since June 8th, an 8.21 ERA in his last 8 appearances.
Well, you can see he can get a bit erratic. You see some great defensive plays. But what we're worried about right now is that right there, the bat. Hope he brings it up to the plate right now. Get us right back in this ball game, huh?
Tommy Edman with 2 runners on, 2 outs in the 8th. The Dodgers trailing by 5, trying to change the complexion in the late innings. Takes a breaking ball down and in. Tommy batting from the right side. Even though Harris has extreme reverse splits, lefties hitting .299 against him. Right-handers just a .192.
You just saw those 2 pitches. That's basically what he's going to go after you with. The 4-seamer about 95, 96. The curve about 20 miles an hour differential. 74, 75. Yeah.
ABS challenge from Jonah Heim, and he's going to win this one, I think.
Great time to do it, right? It's a 1-2 or a 2-1.
Pitcher strike, Sacramento retains the challenge for 1-0.
Edman strikes out swinging on a high fastball, so the Dodgers strand 2 more. Still 6-1 in the middle of the 8th. Stay tuned for Access Sportsnet Dodgers, presented by Mercury Insurance. John Hartung, Jerry Harrison Jr., Adrian Gonzalez standing by, looking for some runs? Question mark? Yeah, not as many tonight as the Dodgers have had for the vast majority of this road trip, that's for sure. Charlie Barnes now at 81 pitches, facing the bottom of the order in the bottom of the 8th. Two and 2. When you hear a bullpen game, a lot of folks might think you're going to see a lot of different guys. Tonight, you saw Jack Dreyer strike out the side on the first, and Charlie Barnes saving the bullpen in this bullpen game. EK.
Yeah, he's really done a nice job. I mean, you're going to look at the numbers, and really the most important number is that innings pitched. You mentioned it. I mean, he's done wonders for the guys down in that bullpen this evening. And quite frankly, you know, look he's kept the Dodgers in this ball game in that you expect to score more than 1 run here, or at least we've been accustomed to seeing that on this road trip.
Oh, no doubt.
We've been spoiled.
Ground ball to Muncy, handles it and gets Bolte, who's got some wheels.
Well, he said it earlier, and I wasn't joking. He's the fastest guy on this field on either side, and quite frankly, it's not even close. You see, it's just a routine ball, and Muntz gets it over there and just beats him by a step.
6 1/3 innings of relief for Charlie Barnes. It's the longest relief appearance for any Dodger since Mitch White went 7 1/3 back in August of 2021. To center, Pages tracks it down. in the air for Alika Williams. This ball is onto the roof of the Dodger clubhouse. The way he's been playing and swinging of late, that's a well-earned homer. Now 7-1 A's.
He was up there with one thing in mind and guessed right, got that fastball. Did not miss it.
The third A's home run. Shea Langoliers hit the second. This is 20th of the year, but just number 2 in the last 16 games. The likely all-star catcher. Ground ball to short. Rojas trying to recover, and he does in time. 2-out solo blast for Williams. 7-1 on to the ninth. To getting home. The Dodgers start a 4-game series tomorrow against the scuffling San Diego Padres. And they can really put some distance between them and San Diego for the next 4 nights at Uniqlo Field at Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, you take a look at that record. The Padres only 1 game over 500.
They lost 23-3 today at Wrigley Field.
Yeah. And that Walker Buehler started that game, and he's been one of their better pitchers as of late.
Cubs hit 8 home runs, 3 from Dansby Swanson. Michael Conforto hit 2.
Yeah, he hit the 2 home runs. I think he had 3 or 4 hits. I think he had 4 RBIs. Dansby Swanson hit 3 home runs.
Yeah, they had brought in Rodolfo Duran, the backup catcher, maybe the starting catcher. The pitch starting in the 7th inning. A tough night at the plate for Freeland. 0 for 4, 3 Ks and a double play. Ground ball the other way for Miguel Rojas. It's a multi-hit Wednesday. A day that he was not supposed to play at all.
Yeah, multi-hit off day.
Yeah.
Those are nice.
Perfect.
Left-hander on the mound. That's not good if you're a lefty, right? Miggy Rowe up at the plate.
Especially not lately. Fastball by Robinson, 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Dodgers down to the last out.
Harris has faced 4 Dodger hitters. He's retired 3 by strikeout. You get a test right here, huh?
And the last 5 outs for the Dodgers via the K. He's flailing at a curve just off the dirt. Last chance for Shohei to continue his streaks and continue the game. Rojas gets into second. The A's indifferent to that. After chasing the curve, he takes the fastball. 0-2. Dodgers have just 1 more strike. And he stares at another. And that's the ball game and the road trip. The Dodgers lose the finale of this 9-game trek from Minnesota to San Diego to Sacramento by a final of 7-1, but still a 7-2 trip. And EK, you're going to be happy with that all day, every day.
Oh, absolutely. A great road trip. A lot of great things happening. The offense, the pitching. Dave Roberts getting his 1,000th career win quicker than any manager in the history of the game. But so many things to be excited about. Most importantly, what are we most excited about?
Going home!
Woo!
Access Sportsnet Dodgers is coming up next. For Eric Karros, Kirsten Watson, our amazing crew, Mike Levy producing, Ben Dillenberger directing, and all the kind folks who've taken care of us here at Sutter Health Park. I'm Stephen Nelson. Thanks for being with us.